So, it's been a minute, but we are back with another storing video. Yay! And it's Jeno's birthday. Yay! And it's also 3 days before my birthday. So we can consider this my birthday storing, I guess. So you guys are probably tired of hearing me say this, but I am so sorry if I sound gross. I know it's been over a month since my last video and that I was sick in my last video, but I am sick again. I'm actually just recovering from the big old nasty COVID. Literally came out of nowhere. I don't know. It was just not a fun experience, let me tell you. But once again, I am recovering from being sick, so if I sound nasally and gross, that's why. I don't know how I manage to get sick every single time I need to film, but life goes on. It is what it is. Also, really quick, I wanted to mention that I am starting to compile some questions that you guys might have that I can do a Q&A type video for when I finally hit 1,000 subscribers. I know it is a little bit away right now. It's kind of like a big jump, but can never be too prepared. And I want to make sure that I give everybody enough time to think of a question that they would like to ask me. So feel free to leave a comment on this video with any questions you might have. I also left a post in the community section of YouTube that you can leave it there as well. Okay, but back to today. We have a ton for jisung. Like I said in my last video, I was going to be putting my full focus in on jisung and on Dreamscape so that I can catch up. There's already being talks about Dream preparing for a new comeback, so I need to be as caught up with that as possible. We have made a lot of progress on my hop collection as well as some MISC NCT stuff as well. And a singular winter card. Actually, no, not one. I think there's two. Yeah, we have 2 winter cards to put away as well. So yeah, like usual, let's jump right into it, and we're gonna start with jisung, as always. I already took the time to sort everything off camera to make this process as easy as possible. I think we have 30 cards here for him. So the pile here on the right is everything that's going in the first binder. Or actually, I think I might have just lied to you. Yeah. So everything in here is for Dreamscape. There's a couple like merch items and other like MISC album stuff in here, but this entire pile is just for Dreamscape, and this is for everything else. Yeah, I was not lying when I said that I was doing some damage. Okay, so we're gonna start in the first jisung binder. So basically the work that I'm doing in here, I'm not trying to go out of my way as much to collect any of the earlier era stuff. I'm more so just trying to round out pages and fill up any blank spots that I might have, because this binder is almost all the way full. So I can't really be adding too much into this. All right, so for this page, I chose to get 2 of the QR cards, or like the QR version cards, to kind of fill up these 2 blank spots here. No, they're not POBs or anything, but it's in the same concept, so I figured that this would make a nice page layout. So, do we like that, or do we like that? I think I want the yellow one on top. Yeah, sure. So let's get these fillers out. Okay, and 1, and there's 2. Perfect. I actually really like how this looks. Okay. Then moving on, I have some stuff for Dream Escape. Okay, so I do still want to find the Japan exclusive for this album. It's the one he's in this concept, but it's proving to be kind of hard. I've been waiting for it to come back on Pokemarket, but it just hasn't been listed in a while. So for now, I'm not gonna worry about collecting it. And since I'm gonna have a blank spot here, I went out and got one of the unit cards from Dream Escape. So since it's in this concept, what I'm gonna do is take out this one. Since it's not technically in the same concept, I'm gonna put this one here. So at least it's a full page of the same concept. And then I'm gonna put this jisung down here. I might wanna rearrange some of these pages a little bit, but this should be fine for now. Okay, yeah, love that. Ooh, and the backs look nice too. Okay, great. And finally, I have one of the concept cards from the Dream Show 3 Fortune Scratch set. Again, just trying to round out pages. So this is the matching concept from here. And he does have other cards in this concept, which I'm gonna try to get one more to put in this spot. And actually, I'm gonna switch this. So I'm gonna like this. Yeah, because this one is a little bit more zoomed in. I've heard one other person say this, but the way I like to lay out cards, the more zoomed in cards I like to put at the bottom, because in my brain they like way more. So they're meant to go down here, and then the farther away and like the lighter cards go at the top because they're light. Does that make sense? I don't know. That's just how my brain works. Okay, so I could be wrong, but I think this is the only filler that remains in here. Once I get a card to fill up this spot, I probably won't be getting any more cards for this binder. Actually, that's a lie. I'm thinking about making one more page for glitch mode non-album stuff, but we'll see when that time comes. But for now, that is it for this binder. Let's get the next one. Okay, so here is the bulk of what we have for today. Like I said, I did already try to organize everything in order. I already made all of the layouts so that everything looks as cohesive as possible. Okay, let's get started. So let's just start with this pile. Okay, so I am almost done with the album cards for Dreamscape. I'm just missing the 2 exclusives. Those I'll find when I find. I think the Japan edition is up right now on Pokemarket, but it's like $25 or something like that, and that's too expensive for me. Okay, but I do have the Construct version with me here. I do also have the Dreamscape version on the way to me, but it is not here yet, but that's okay. I really wanted to get this video out, so I'm actually really surprised how long it took me to find these versions of the album. I thought that they were going to be like super easy, and that they were going to be like a little on the cheaper side, like especially because they're all in the same exact concept, but they very much weren't. But yeah, finally we're done with the standard versions of the album. Okay, and now, oh wait, no, I'm lying. I got one more thing. I have the unit card that I actually wanted the most. Of course, the one I wanted the most took me the longest to find, but it's fine. Okay, call me crazy, but I'm actually gonna break up this like perfectly cohesive page, and I'm gonna put this unit here just to add a little bit of color onto this page. Just because I think I like the little pop of pink versus the very like silver thing that we got going on, even though, oh my god, matches my nails almost perfectly. I did not plan that. Anyway, so I'm gonna take this one out, and I'm actually gonna put this into my NCT Dream binder. So I'll store that like in a second, but yeah, I know it's kind of crazy because I'm normally very big on making cohesive spreads, but I don't know, I think this looks more fun. And that way I don't have to put a unit card onto like a page with other non-album stuff. This way it perfectly falls on a 4-pocket. But yeah, okay. So that is it for album cards. Now we have all non-album stuff. So to start, we have here Apple Music, Mumo Shop, Makestar, and one of the QQ Music cards. So this is gonna go on a spread all together. And I will try to remember to show fronts and backs of cards as well, because some of these have really interesting backs, actually. I was kind of surprised. And I have mentioned it before, but I really like the Dreamscape color scheme. These like pale greens and pale blues are super pretty. What is starting to bother me a little bit though is that like everything is a different shade of green or like a different shade of blue. I wish it was a little more consistent, but now I'm just complaining just to complain, like first world problems, I guess. I love this concept so much. There's a bunch of other cards in this concept that I'm debating whether or not I want to get. Maybe once the prices go down a little bit, maybe I will. This was like my favorite stage outfit from this era, so I will try to get those. Okay, and then for this page, what my plan is, I want to get one of these selfie cards that's in this concept, but I do have a selfie card from this concept. And it's from KMS, or KM Station. This is such a beautiful card. Like the background, are we joking? Starry nights with the flowers, so pretty. So yeah, perfectly matches this concept. And then, like I said, I want to get a selfie of this concept as well. For now, that is pending. Okay, and then for this page, we have QQ Music and then pop-up lines with friends, or pop-up line with friends. I was really glad that this card started getting a little bit cheaper and that I found it when I did, because boy, was this card a pretty penny. But I think I got it for like less than $10, so that is a win in my book. He looks so adorable. Totally worth my hard-earned money. And then this one is QQ Music, and this is one of the more interesting backs. I love this. Like I can appreciate a simple looking back like these ones where it's just like a color and then the name of the album, but give us a little more variety, you know? These like full color green backs and then like one random color is driving me kind of crazy. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, so that was the end of the first pile. Let's get out the second, and yeah, she's hefty. Okay, so this page is gonna be a little bit more unique because I accidentally got myself a dupe. I bought a set of cards from someone on Instagram, not realizing that one of the cards was one I already had in Pokemarket. So now we have two of them. I will try to probably sell or trade one, but for now they're just gonna live on the same page. And then which one is, this one is K-Town and this one is Makestar. So here is the spread. Okay, I'm actually gonna put the two with Mew cards at the top. Here's what the backs look like. These ones are actually like beige, which, again, pretty, not complaining. All right, so we'll just do one. And then which way? I think I like it like this. Okay. Pretty. Now, I don't want to say that I manifested this jisung era, but before he dyed his hair, I was looking through my other binder and I came across his best friends ever cards when he had red hair before, and I was like, wow, I really like this hair. I wish he would bring it back. And then literally like 2 days later, here he was, a redhead once again. So, did I manifest that or did I manifest that? This looks like Dubai chocolate. It very much looks like matcha and then the chocolate. That's funny. Anyway, all right, these next 2 pages, actually, I have it set up so that there's only 3 cards on a page, and I'll try to find a 4th one to fit in the missing spot. Cafe event, QQ music, fan sign, and game event. Okay, so, I mean, they don't have to go in this order, but just helps me remember. Also, I'm sorry about all the background noise. You know, usual pet noises, if you're gonna have to deal with it if you're on my channel. But it's also like 12 o'clock on a Wednesday and everybody's outside doing yard work and construction. So yeah, sorry if that bothers you or if you can even hear it. All right, so this is QQ music. I also love this concept. This is like, I think this is the concept that's on the front of this binder actually. The blush and freckles, I don't know if you can tell, but oh my gosh, so cute. I love this. Then we have, what was this? The cafe event. Giving us a little shoulder, okay, slay. And then this was one of the fan signs. And the back of this one's kind of fun. It's a nice light blue to dark blue ombre. Always appreciate a little variety. Okay, and like I said, I have an empty spot here. What's gonna go there? No idea, but for now, it's just gonna be empty. And then finally, on this last page, I have 3 jump up cards. They all look very similar. But I felt the need to buy all 3 because he's in his iconic Adidas sweater. If you know Jisung, you know he practically lives in this sweater. So yeah, I needed all 3. He also has a little pimple patch on his jaw. We love a relatable king. All right, so we're just gonna take these fillers out and put them however we see fit. Okay, this one is the most different, so I'm gonna put this one first. And then I guess I'll just put this one next. And then finally, the color of this one's giving the first fruit. This very much looks like Mark's solo album color scheme because it's not quite yellow, but it's also not green. I don't know what to call that color. Speaking of the first fruit, I'm thinking of buying the trilogy version for my birthday, just as a little gift to myself. We'll see though, because your girl's trying to save some money. Honestly, if there isn't a 4th card that's released in this concept, I might buy a dupe of one of these to put here, just so I can have a full page of them, because this sweater is so iconic. Okay, now, that is actually the end of everything I have for Dreamscape. Now I have some fun things for their most recent SM Town album. So, I found someone selling his full Fortune scratch set on Mercari, and I snatched that up right away. It came with his actual scratch card, which I will be storing in here. His selfie card, which I think this takes the top for my favorite jisung photo cards. Like, hello, he's stunning. Are we kidding? My favorite genre of photo card, I've said this so many times, is natural lighting / direct light photo cards, and he is literally basking in the sun there. So yeah, love this. And then his selfie card, which that pink background is kind of everything. I love me some pink. So we're probably gonna go like this, and then I think my plan was to put the actual album card selfie here because they look very similar to this one. So yeah, I didn't take the fillers out. Whoops. Originally, I wasn't gonna store this like in its own pocket. I was actually gonna just put it behind one of the other photo cards, but when I saw the back of this, I was like, I don't really think I want to cover this. Like, why is the back of this more interesting than like the back of the other cards? Like, hello? Like, I was gonna just do this because I was like, oh, that's boring, let me just double side them. But then I was like, but I like the back. Like, I like the back more than the front, but the front, you know, has Jisung's code thing, so yeah, that's my thought process behind that. Yeah, so kind of a boring back, but it's fine. And then this one has the same back as well. Okay. Still no sign of his capsule version. Don't know if I'm ever gonna get that. It might be one that I'm never gonna find, which is what it is. Sad, but I also am keeping an eye on other cards to put here. He has one where he's like holding a telephone, one where he's holding a cookie. Like, there's a bunch of cute ones that I could put here. So we'll see when that time comes. But that is it for the album section. Now we can move on into merch, which I have a couple things for. To start, I have one of his pink Christmas cards, just one of them. I am gonna try to get both, and then I also want the teacup version, whenever I can find that. So we're gonna continue our pink Christmas section. We start off here, and then we'll just continue on to this page. And then lastly, I have 3 Neozone concept cards, which can we all take a moment and appreciate Pouty Jisung. I have never wanted a concept photo card as much as I've wanted this one. I didn't really want it for that long because the second I saw it, I just bought it. So yeah. Okay, maybe I'll put this one here since it's red and kind of matches that one. Just like barely, I'm reaching here, but I don't exactly want to get a whole other page right now, so we'll just do that. And then I'll just put these 2 down here for now, and I'll rearrange later if I come up with a better idea. All right, so we have, I think this was like snowboarder version or something. And then this was White Agent. And that was it. That was everything for Jisung today. I'll do a little backwards flip through so we can see everything. Love, love, love this card so much. Iconic Adidas sweater. I don't know how there's people who don't like this album. I genuinely don't understand it, but oh well. More for me to enjoy, I guess. All right, so that is it for Jisung. I think we're gonna go into NCT Dreams binder next. Okay, time for the rest of the Dreamies. And if I do recall correctly, I did already set up everything that I needed to, so this should be an easy process. So here is the little stack I have. So to start, I have one glitch mode card to go here, and we have this Renjin with the gas pump. Love this so much. So this finally fully fills up this page. And then moving on, I finally have Hitchin. It took a while, but he is here. So we're gonna put him in his spot. I do still need to get one more card to fill up that empty spot, but at least I can say that the set is done. We just need something to put there. Okay. Now, okay. I also went ahead and finished collecting all of the Moonlight cards that I needed for this era. I do think that I'm just gonna buy one more unit card to put here. But we have finished this set for Moonlight. I love this set so much. I wish Chenlo was showing his crown, but it's fine. We have Renjin with his purple bangs. I love this hair on him. Okay, and then we have this Jimin. I'm gonna leave that filler there, and then I'm just gonna put this unit card in this empty spot over here. This actually is a Mumo card, and it was a freebie that I got. So that was super nice. The seller totally did not have to give me this, but definitely appreciated. And then lastly, we have this unit card that you just saw me take out of my jisung binder, and I'm just gonna throw it here on this page for now. 30 million cars just drove by my house. Don't know what that was about. Okay, and that is it for NCT Dream. Where did we? Here, and then here is all. Okay. Next, we're gonna go into my last NCT binder for today, and that is my Sion binder. Okay, so I literally only have 2 cards for him today, and that's okay. We knew that this collection was going to be taken really slowly. So we have 1 Songbird card and 1 Steady. This is a fan plea pop, I want to say. I don't know. I got him for $1. And he also has little pimple patches on. Love that. And then this one, I mean, come on. He's so pretty. Okay. In usual fashion, I made some keychains to put here. I'm not gonna stick to like a specific order as of right now or anything. When I start getting more things for him, I'll be a little bit more picky about how things are laid out. But for now, we're just gonna go like that. His photo cards for their latest album are so good. I need all of them. I don't know if they got training about how to take the cutest selfies, but like, oh my gosh, I literally need all of them. Also, I did leave a top loader here for a potential photo card to be put here. I don't know if I'll move one of these into it, or if I'll get one to put here, but that's just like a little placeholder. All right, let's go into my winter binder next. Okay, and again, I only have 2 cards to go in here. I did put this little packaging that I got with one of the QQ music orders that I did. or like the seller sent me this packaging when I bought it off of Mercari. I think I'll also put a photo card here. What? I'm not sure, but it'll just stay like that for now. Okay, here are the 2 cards that I have for Whiplash here. I have her QQ Music concept card that I'm gonna put here to match Karina. I've been using the soft glow pages so much that I forgot what the glossy ones felt like, because this one I kept in the glossy pages. All right, and then I have her Target exclusive here. The nails are slaying. I love the red bob. All right, and that's everything for winter for today. Love really small collections. I don't know, me personally, I really like seeing people have small collections because it's always interesting to know what cards that they choose to get, because when you're an everything collector and you watch someone who is an everything collector, it's like, okay, you can probably guess that they're gonna have a bunch of, like, they're gonna have all of the album cards that you've seen a million times. But when someone's a selective collector, it's nice to see what people choose to collect and what people choose to not collect, and it's interesting to see how their collections slowly grow over time. So I like keeping my collections small in the same manner. Okay, I think that was everything for my Miss groups. I think now all we have to do is finish off with Stray Kids and then we're done. Okay, and here is the Stray Kids binder. If my last video was very Sungmin heavy, today it's all about Hyunjin and Jisung. I did a lot of damage for Sungmin last time that my Hyunjin and Jisung collection was lacking a little bit. So I made sure to put my focus on them too for this time around. And we're actually finishing some pages today, so that's gonna be super exciting. I've said this before, but seeing 9 pocket spreads be finished is super satisfying. All right, I do have both of the double-sided cards here. So we can take the fillers out. So here is Jisung. And here is Hyunjin. Love. Wow. This is such a fun looking page. Yay! First hot page is complete. Okay. No, we're not completing this page, but we do have some stuff to put here. I have Jisung's accordion pop, I have his monochrome card, and I have Hyunjin's limited card as well. So surprisingly, while I was looking for Hyunjin's accordion pop just so I could finish a whole set, I actually found someone selling his limited card for a lot cheaper than what I've been seeing his accordion pop go for, which kind of confused me because, you know, usually the limited cards are the ones that kind of get you price-wise. But oh well. I forgot to show the other ones, but here's Hyunjin. Because my general rule of thumb for limited version cards, I won't go any higher than $10. For things like accordion cards, I don't go any higher than, I think $6 is my like absolute maximum. Anything more than that I think is like super overpriced and it's not worth it. The things like these concept cards, I won't go higher than like maybe $4. And then for example, like the Nemo cards, which I have not gotten any of those yet, I won't go higher than $15 for these Nemo cards. Now, for some people that might seem like that's expensive, but they're super hard to find them, so you have to kind of be a little bit more willing to spend a little bit more in order to get them, or else you're just never gonna find them. But yeah, Anyway, don't even remember what I was saying before I went on that random tangent, but I have finished this page as well. So we have Han's final trading card, and then we have both of Hyunjin's. It took me a while to find Hyunjin's because I only wanted to buy them in a set. I didn't want to buy them separately. And then I had to find them being sold together for a good price. So it took a minute, but we made it. I dropped a filler. Whoopsies. It's fine. So here's the first Hyunjin trading card. Here's this Jisung. This is definitely my favorite of his. And then the last of Hyunjin's. So we are very close to being done. Super, super close. So, okay, so this is the start. So we have 1, 2, 3. Full completed page. 4, 5, 6, and that is it. And then we will be all done for this album, hopefully with enough time to spare in between now and whenever their next comeback is gonna be. Wow, I'm loving how these pages are turning out. I will never get tired of this 3-member spread and how all the cards look on a 9-pocket spread like this. Okay, so that was it for me today. Hopefully this is a little bit shorter than my videos usually are. I've been trying to get a little bit better with my pacing because I've been noticing that it's like I'll have like 40 cards to store and then my video's like an hour and a half long, and then there are so many other people who will store like 300 cards at once and then their video's 25 minutes, and I'm like, literally how? I try so hard to not make my videos super long, and then apparently it takes me 3 minutes per card to store, so it doesn't make any sense. So hopefully I'm getting better. All right, I'll mention again too, if you want to leave any questions for me to answer in a future video, please feel free to leave a comment, and I will most likely be saving those questions for whenever I manage to hit 1,000 subscribers on here, which is such a crazy number to me. I don't even want to think about it. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this one. Again, I'm still taking things kind of slow. I'm still in the middle of a very hectic work time right now, so when I will be back, I have no idea. But I hope this one was worth the month that I made you wait. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you enjoyed. Ani out.